Hey folks, this is Flips from BZP, and I'm one of the players in the Pokemon Rise of the Rockets RPG on the site, and I've been doing a lot of work on the wiki recently, and since some people have been having some trouble editing pages and the like, I thought I'd give a quick little tutorial. So what we're working on right here is the page of Aspen Seaton, I hope I pronounced that right, created by the wonderful Jiming, sorry. Um, So he's went ahead and put in most of his profile here, but he's had a little bit of trouble putting in the Pokemon section since I've recently put in a Pokemon Profile template block. Um, it's fairly straightforward, but it can be a little bit intimidating if you haven't done it before. So let's go ahead and start editing the page. Now, once it loads, you'll see a couple little puzzle pieces. These are templates. Uh, they're easy ways to put in a lot of information into a pre-formatted block of text and images and the like. Um, so you can see up here, this one's the info box you'll see on the site. I'll go into that in more detail in a future video about making new pages. But the one we're interested in is down here in the Pokemon section. You can see this is the same stat block we just saw that I went ahead and made for him a few minutes ago, and it's being really uncooperative. It's a good time to bring up. I'm not a really big fan of the visual editor. I personally prefer the source editor, which I'll get into in just a second. But yeah, if you're having trouble editing a template or anything else on the wiki really, switch into source. It's a little bit more complicated, but it's a lot easier to deal with. For now, though, I'll go over how you put in a template in the first place. So as you just saw, you click the edit button to start editing the page. You go down, you put the cursor to wherever you want the new template to appear. In this case, I want it to be beneath the other template we already have. Excuse me. On the right, we have this lovely sidebar with add features and media that's not really helpful to us right now, categories, which I'll get into in that future video I mentioned, and templates. Over here, you're going to want to go below these four puzzle pieces to add other templates. And you click that, and we now have search for a template. You can see there's a few frequently used ones and some magic words, which we won't get into right now. The one we want for Pokemon specifically is the one that I made up called Pokémon Profile. These two are both links to the same thing. This is just a redirect. Pokemon Profile. So you go ahead and click that, and you click Insert, and you'll get this lovely fill in the blank field section here. And so you just fill in the fields as you see them. This is a preview over here. So, I mean, it's mostly pretty straightforward, but there's a couple complicated things I'll go over in just a moment. First thing you're going to want is probably the image. Now, if you're looking for images, we have a fair number uploaded already to the wiki. We just made the category Pokemon Sprites 2D. There's also a 3D category, but that's empty right now. Yeah, if there should be one in here, but we don't have everything. So if it's not there, upload it and stick it in the category so that other people can use it if they decide to use the same Pokemon. In this case, I went ahead and pre-made or pre-uploaded the sprite we want for this Pokemon. So we'll just get the file name and make sure you include the word file from the address bar up here. And then you go over back to the page you're editing and you put in bracket, you paste the file and the file name, and then you close the brackets. And what that will do is it tells the wiki software to display an image of the image that's at this location, rather than just the text file blah 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 .gif. So now it's fairly straightforward. You go over to your profile section, either something that you've already typed up and is posted in the discussion topic on BZP, or you can pull it off of a notepad or Word file on your computer, wherever you have it, and you just copy whatever you've got into the relevant field. So you notice you have, nickname, species, trainer, appearance, personality, ability, all of that is in here, in one of these fields. You have appearance, nickname, gender, specialty, species, ability, personality. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in these fields out of the profile. Again, it's just simple copy paste. So let me go ahead and fill these in, and then I'll come back to explain some of these more complicated things regarding the move set. All right, so I've went ahead and filled in all of these relevant fields with the information from the profile. Now, one thing I do want to point out is the experience field. Um, Normally, you can see from the preview on this side that it defaults to 0, because by default, most Pokemon start out with 0 experience. The exception for this is if they are evolved Pokemon, in which case they start out with whatever amount of experience they should have from this post. This is the Revenge of the Rockets main post document. Um, Again, you can read the first post. You can only start out with 1 fully evolved or 2 second stage Pokemon, of course. But what's important is this phrase right here. Should you lose track of the experience your Pokemon has at any time, just start counting again from the minimum amount of points required for the most recent evolution. For example, 7 for Charmeleon, the second stage, or 16 for a fully evolved Pokemon. So just thought I'd point that out, since that could be helpful if you've forgotten at some point. Anyhow, let's move on to the move set. So if we click preview here, we can see all of these lovely fields are filled in, and that includes the move set. But that's kind of ugly, and in fact, that's the formatting for normal type moves. So why don't we liven this up a bit and make them be the colors for the type of moves they are? That's what these fields here are for. Move 1 BG color is the background color for the first move. That'll be this one right here, in this case, Stun Spore. And that'll be the background color. Move 1 text color is just what it says, the text color. So let's go ahead and get the colors we want. Now you can pick anything you want. You can go to Bulbapedia's type color templates. There's a link for it on the template page for this template. Or I've also gone ahead and made this lovely color chart that'll tell you exactly what you need. So in this case, we can see the background color is, I'm not going to even read that out. So just Control Copy, Control Paste. And then the text color, we want it to be that lovely light green. So Control Copy, Control Paste into this field. And when you click the preview, ta-da! Stun Spore, grass type move. And you just repeat this for every single move in the set. So let me pause for just a moment, and we'll fill it in, and we will see the end result. All right, so we have all of these filled in. Everything looks good in the preview. One last thing about this template that I want to explain is these fields that say like Move 5 Special or Move 4 Special. There are basically 3 things you should use this for. One of them is egg moves. So for example, if Grass Whistle was an egg move on Roselia, then you'd put in egg move, and that would just put a little note underneath the move name saying what it is. The other things are if it's a GM move, which is specifically approved by the Game Master, or if you're using Hidden Power, this is a great place to mention what type of move it is. but we don't need that for this Pokemon, so we just leave the field blank and it doesn't show up and doesn't affect anything at all. Alright, so from here you just click OK, and you'll see the new puzzle pieces appeared. If it was working properly, you'd be able to hover over Edit to edit it, but the visual editor, again, is very buggy, so it doesn't like to do that. For now, let's just click Preview and see how the page looks. Everything looks all right. Yep, everything looks good. So let's go ahead and put in an edit summary, always good practice, and click Publish to make the edit live. And as you'll see once the page loads, this Pokemon profile is now on the wiki. So I hope that was helpful. We were running a little bit long, so I think we'll end it off here. And in the next video, I'll go over making a new page. Actually, on second thought, let's quickly go over doing this in the source editor, since that is a better editing mode in general for the wiki. So first what you want to do is you want to go to the Pokemon Profile template page and go ahead and select everything in this usage field. That's the code version of this template. And then we go into edit as normal on the page we want to edit. Go to source, and let's go ahead and make a new version of this profile. You'll notice these are all of the fields that you saw in the visual editor. Now they're just listed out, and they're also in a slightly more logical order, since when you're using the source editor, you don't have to put the variables in the right order if they are named variables. So from here, you just type in everything that you would have before. So for example, we're doing a profile for Aspen's Buizel. So we just put in file 418m.gif. And you'll notice that you also have a lovely little autocomplete feature for things like that. Species is Buizel. Nickname is, again, everything is just the same as you had it from here. It's just a lot cleaner and easier to navigate. The only thing you lose is the preview function for that specific table, but you always have the preview function over here and can just scroll down to where it is on the page, and everything is exactly the same. Same process, same everything. So I hope that was helpful to you. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this Pokemon profile for Aspen's page. This has been Flips. Thank you so much to Jiming for letting me use Aspen's profile as an example here. And next time we will get into making a new page on the wiki. See you then. Hey guys, one last thing I forgot to mention. For these special fields, if you're using the source editor, if you're not going to fill out the fields, be sure to just delete them. Otherwise, it could cause problems for the display, specifically for the default color scheme, which is set to normal. So if you don't mess with the color settings at all, your moves are all going to look like their normal type. But only if you make sure to delete these extra lines that you're not using in the source mode. In the visual mode, it takes care of that part automatically for you. Alright, anyhow, I'll see you guys next video.